Hey YouTube, how you going? Another video on headlamps. Probably one of the most asked about questions on the World's Toughest Mudder Facebook groups, forums, everything like that. Now, you do need one. I shouldn't say do you need one, you do need one. It's part of the requirements to run past 4 o'clock at night, which you'll obviously be wanting to do. But that said and done, the course is not that dark. It really isn't. They've got big ass floodlights that light the whole raceway track. There's lights at some of the obstacles, especially like the bigger ones or the water ones, where they need to obviously keep an eye on you and make sure you don't drown, that kind of stuff. And just the residual light from these things floods pretty much the whole course. It's not one of those courses that kind of goes off way into the distance and never comes back. It kind of it's like a big loop and back and forth and that. So there's lots of residual light. When I went, before I went, I obviously didn't know that and was really not worried, but thought, I'm going to need a damn good light just to make sure I can see when I'm running. But it's not really the case. There were one or two sections where you, like the swampy areas where it was a little bit darker, but again, residual light was pretty good, and if you happen to be running next to someone else, it's not going to be an issue. I actually came across someone at about 5 o'clock who'd forgotten to pick up his headlamp on the previous lap because he thought he'd be back in time before it got dark. He made that mistake, but he was running fine. He just kind of followed the lead of other people in front of him, used their light, and that kind of thing. So, with that said and done, this was the light that I kind of bought if it was going to be, super dark. I didn't wear it at all during the event. It's the Princeton Tech. It's got a massive ass battery pack on the back there. It's got two side lights, one central light, and I believe, so you can have all three on there and then turn it off. And this had the highest lumens out of all of the headlamps that I got. I chose not to use this. I went with this as my first light, but I had this in case it was dark, as I said. Once I got out on the course, I also figured having the strap that's on the top of your head would obviously mean when you jump into the water, you'd have to hold on to your headlamp or try and pull it down to the side and over around your neck, which is obviously hard to do. So it's something you really have to hold on to so you don't lose it, especially on like walk the plank. I do believe you can get a chin strap that comes down, but again, you're just going to have too much shit going on. I wouldn't bother with this headlamp. Don't need it. Second headlamp. This is my backup headlamp. It's the Black Diamond Storm. It's waterproof. All of these headlamps are waterproof. So that's the number one requirement. Get a waterproof headlamp. Small lumens, 100 lumens I believe. It's got the two little ones on the side as well as the central beam. You pretty much use it on the central beam all of the time. You can angle it down by tilting that. Alright, worked fine in terms of being a light. It is waterproof. If you read a lot of reviews about this, and if you've seen my past videos, underneath, just through bad design, I think, they needed to extend the plastic, like the full plastic, not the clear bit, a little bit higher, because you get this annoying beam of light that just comes down here, and when it's on your head, all you see is just this little beam of light here, right in front of your eyes, and then obviously the beam going forward. If you've already bought it, it will work fine, not a problem. But if you're running for 8-10 hours with that, it's going to do your head in a little bit. I would take this as my backup headlamp because I've already got it. So it's not like I go, oh, it's such an annoying thing, I'm just going to go buy another $80 headlamp or something. But if you have the opportunity to buy, if you're buying new headlamps or you haven't bought them yet, maybe reconsider that one. This is the headlamp that I went with. It's a Version 3AAA LED. Again, 100 lumens. Awesome unit. You can twist it to kind of turn the beam up and down. It's waterproof. You unscrew it to pop it out to get the batteries. I found it, perfectly fine. It's obviously not going to highlight stuff as much as the Princeton Tech, but as I said, you don't really need it to. The kind of single beam is fine. It's really just for highlighting in front of your feet so you don't trip over and stuff like that. Very simple, just like the Black Diamond Storm. Simple one strap headband. Just tighten it up. Obviously you're going to have a hood or something to keep your head warm at night. So you can do it quite tight because it won't actually be cutting into your skin. It'll be cutting into the neoprene first, so you can have it on there nice and secure. Get to walk the plank, something like that. You pull it down, jump in. It's not going to come off your neck. Out of the water, back on the head, and away you go. So out of the headlamps, whether it's this brand, I'll just give you, there you go, that's the brand, so you can Google that information. If you're not going to go for this headlamp, I strongly recommend something with a single strap, something that's waterproof. 100 lumens is the minimum. I wouldn't go for anything less, but you don't necessarily have to go for anything more. Test them out in store, and just be wary if you look at the Black Diamond Storm that there can be that annoying little bit of light that pops down. Anyway guys, that's it for the headlamps. Let us know your comments, questions, put them down below. I'll make some more videos. Hopefully I can provide some info and tips on how to help you out for World's Toughest Mudder 2013. Thanks for watching.